what is this podcast again?
Grapple the World?
Grapple the World. Yeah, I wanted to do on the mats.
Ooh.
But someone already had that.
I thought on the mats was OTM from the Armbar Soap Company.
Some guy, I think in the UK started it, a UK gym.
Yeah.
And it was just a few episodes last year.
Oh, it was a podcast?
Yeah, on the mats pod. And I reached out to him. I was wanting to just buy it because they haven't done anything since last September. So I offered him some money for it, and he didn't respond.
Did he see it?
I don't know. So we are Grapple the World.
Grapple the World.
Which is fine. Because that was actually my first choice or my first idea.
Yeah.
But I thought on the mats would have a cool vibe to it.
So it does, but it's not all encompassing. Grapple the World.
Yeah.
Well, it is all encompassing in a way, I guess, on the mats.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's on the mats, right?
Yeah. So welcome. This is episode 1. I'm JC Hyatt, and we are here at Grapple Jiu Jitsu. This is something I've been wanting to do for a really, really long time, just to showcase all the different amazing people that come in and out of this gym and people from the community who pass through it from time to time, because jiu-jitsu is this glue that binds a ton of very, very different types of people together, and we all find this shared language and shared experience and shared passion here in jiu-jitsu, here on the mats. And it's actually amazing because you don't see that many places in the world where people of completely different creeds, religions, and job backgrounds, criminal backgrounds, all the things all coming together doing something, and they're all just equal. Everybody is just, you come on the mats, nobody looks at you like you're a lawyer or a programmer or a floor cover.
Yeah.
What is stuff?
A construction worker.
Yeah, no one looks at you like your identity is just a lover of grappling.
Yeah.
So I thought it was fitting to make the first episode of Grapple the World feature Sir Nick Jones himself, one of my closest friends, and the person who got me into grappling, and the person who opened Grapple.
Yeah.
So we'll get into all that, but you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I'm Nick Jones. I guess I'm the guy who started this thing. How long has it been? 7 years?
5 years since you started Grapple.
There you go, 5 years.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 7, almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about that for a minute. But I sold the place to JC. JC partnered with me and my friend Alex. We had started this place, honestly, during COVID. We called it Fight Club because we weren't allowed to talk about it. People weren't allowed to do things, so we kind of just did it on the down low and had a lot of fun doing it, and it just continued on. And I had this great idea several years ago of naming it Grapple, and honestly removing the belt system, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point. And I don't really have an argument one way or another right now. I kind of do.
Yeah, he does.
I do. It's true. But that's kind of how this thing started. And, we were in a real small spot, and JC found this incredible spot, and it's kind of evolved from there. And I'm just amazed at the things he does, man. He just creates. In the 8 years I've known him, from where he started and where he is now, it just blows my mind. So,
yeah, he's a very different kid 8 years ago.
Different. He was that. He was a kid. Seemed that way, yeah. But I felt like I was a kid, so, we were both just finding our way, I suppose.
Yeah. So let's first off, just to give some background, who is Nick Jones? What does he do? How do you introduce yourself at parties?
I don't know. I hadn't been to many parties, bro.
Yeah.
But
first, it's the very first thing is a very firm handshake, and Nick Jones.
Nick Jones.
And you don't forget that handshake.
You probably won't. I've been swinging a hammer most of my life, and at least 21 years of it. I've been in the hardwood flooring industry and in the milling world, and so my hands definitely get used all the time. And then you start putting on a gi and playing the no-gi game, and the hands only get stronger. So Yeah, maybe I have a firm handshake.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, don't let him fool you. It's from the hammer.
It's from the hammer.
Yeah.
I don't have big hands. I have big palms. Anyway.
Yeah. I remember Placido came through here a few months ago, and he shook your hand, and he came over to me on the wall, and he's like, "Man, that guy's got a really strong handshake. I bet he's a monster."
Yeah. There were days, and those are times far gone for me. But God, what a journey Jiu Jitsu is. What a gift it's been for me in my life. It helped me with so many aspects of adversity, because you're literally paying somebody to give it to you on a regular basis, and learning how to deal with that pressure and eventually almost seek that pressure, just so you can test your boundaries, if you will. Everybody who's watching this, I'm sure, knows that feeling. So it's such a gift to so many of us. So I have a lot of gratitude for the sport of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, of grappling, wrestling. What a gift it is that, you know, this small percentage of us in the world get to learn this beautiful art. And it just gives your brain an ability to feel almost invincible sometimes. Maybe not good sometimes, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
So
talk a little bit about what you do. Like, I know you've been in business for over 20 years, right?
Yeah, sure have. Yeah, my wife and I got married when we were young, and we had kids when we were young. God, JC, you're gonna bring up all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, please.
I was a little fireball, y'all. A lot of people don't know my background and my story. I was raised a Mormon, and it's been a beautiful part of my life. It's no longer a part of my life, but in all that, we had a little baby girl. My wife and I, when we got first married, had a little baby that passed away, and it just lit a fire under me. I was laying carpet for some guy, commercial carpet, and I kind of put two and two together and realized he was making pretty good money, and it wasn't very hard to do. So I went and bought a truck and just told everybody I'd been doing it all my life, and they believed me. And it wasn't long before I put down my first wood floor, and I kind of found my place in the world, if you will. I've always loved woodworking, and since then I've been installing and had a business for 21 years, installing wood floors, and I also own a lumber company that manufactures reclaimed lumber. And so just got a number of things going right now that are kind of exciting. But kind of had to lay off the burner on, or put Jiu Jitsu on the back burner, which is not very fun for me, because I feel like my body falls apart when I come back in this place. But I'll get it back.
Yeah,
So-
we're like, I think 2 out of the 3 last times I've seen you on the mats,
Yeah.
there was an injury, and
An
as
injury.
a result.
Yeah. Like, I crossed my feet on a white belt and he almost broke my foot off. I'll just be honest, it was stupid. And my pride got the better of me, and I would have rather him broke it off than me tap. What is wrong with us, right? Maybe just me.
I got put to sleep by a blue belt last night. Yeah,
Prime example.
I just let him.
We seek it for some reason.
I let him get so deep on this arm triangle. I was like, I just want to see, like,
Just go.
Where can I go from here? And
Yeah.
turns out I couldn't.
Next
go
thing
anywhere.
you know, you thought you were good, and what?
Yep.
You're waking up.
I didn't go completely unconscious, but it was like it was worse than that one time.
Yeah.
Where this time, yeah, you could tell that story too. But this time, I had severe time dilation.
Yeah.
I know it probably took me 5 seconds just to like sit up.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, but my speech was slurred, and it felt like 30 or 60 seconds. Like I was just like, okay, I kind of went out there. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I love it, bro. There you go. JC's always pushing the limits, man. He loves the pain. So, and I like to bring it. More than I like to take it.
Indeed. And budding wood flooring influencer, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've got an Instagram page and a TikTok page, but yeah, in the last few months, it's accumulated quite a following.
Yeah, what's that been like?
It's really weird. People are weird.
Yes.
And when you're reaching millions of people it says like 3.9 million people on a daily basis, follow your page, or not follow, but cycle through your page.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of weird messages, like requests.
Yeah, especially when you look like a jacked Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
But you get a lot of ladies in those DMs.
Well, that's the problem. You get more than ladies. Just so you know, it's a wild world out there. I'll just say that, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
When you open yourself up to the masses come, and you get an eyeful and an earful for sure if you choose to look.
Yeah.
Mostly avoid those things. You can usually tell when they're coming. So, but anyway, yeah, it's really taken off, and give me a follow. Blue Ox Reclaim Lumber. Here's the shirts. They always tend to give a little controversy to the room. Also some laughter. So pick one up. I got a shop.
Yeah. The what's the if anyone out there like wants to have a super sick, they come and look at your Instagram page and they want a super sick wood floor, like how do they get in touch with you, and is it possible, will you fly out to somewhere and
put it down,
put an amazing floor down for them?
I doubt it. It'd have to pay well. It'd have to pay really well for me to go out of town and put it down. But gosh, I can come up with some incredible floors. Stuff with stories. Everything I do is old wood, usually 100 or more years old. It's been torn down from old barns, old buildings, old textile plants, cotton compost mills, and we refurbish it. We pull all the metal out of it and make it look new. So
you got one really cool stack of wood, right?
I got several, but
well, the one specifically I'm thinking about.
Oh, the Marlboro? Yeah, I've got several stacks left over of the original Marlboro Tobacco Warehouse. It was built in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think Amazon, Bezos, ended up buying up that whole place and putting a big building there. But that thing was 1 million square feet of wood on just one floor, if that tells you anything. So anyway, kind of a cool world, different world. A lot of people don't know about it, but that's the business I'm in. So anyhow, the story is you know, us having that little baby and losing her lit a fire under me. I barely graduated high school and didn't really have a whole lot of direction, but if I could recommend to anybody, have some kids, have a family, because I've done a lot of cool shit in my life, but nothing's nearly as cool as having some kids and living your life with them. But it just motivated me and put me in a place where I saw what I could do and went and did it. Just like Jiu Jitsu, you know, it motivated me. I saw that I sucked at something, and that somebody who I thought I should be able to just walk through dominated me. I mean, who can't have that happen and not come back? You know, you got to come back.
Plenty of people can have that happen and not come back.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but there's a different mindset, right? And all the people who really appreciate Jiu Jitsu know, and they have that mindset because they came back. And to me, that's maybe what you're talking about, what's so great. You can come and there are no biases in this game because they came back. And because they came back, you just have this respect for them, knowing, hey, they're willing to go through this because they want to be better, a better version of them, even if it's just on the mats. But to me, it speaks so much further than these mats.
Yeah, we definitely going to get into that.
Yeah.
So, so when was your first, not even jiu-jitsu, but what's your first like experience with fighting in a controlled or uncontrolled setting?
I'll tell you right now, junior high. I had a friend in a neighborhood in Boise, Idaho. I lived in a little town called Meridian, Idaho, actually, not Boise, close to Boise. Derek Supnet, so if he ever sees this, he's a grappler. His dad's a black belt out in Idaho. His dad ordered the very first UFC where Hoist Gracie won. I can't remember if it was Ken Shamrock that he went against or if it was somebody else. My memory's not great on that right now. I think that's actually the second one. But he had bought these like 30 VHS cassette, or not, you know, VHSs. What were they? Not cassettes, but you know what a VHS is, don't you?
VHS, yeah.
Yeah, you were still
I had a
around for that.
VCR. Yeah.
Okay, so VCR. And it was basically in the gi techniques, and it was the Gracies. And there was one step after another for an armbar, for a triangle, for an Americana. I think those were maybe the 3 or 4 that were in the first video. And dude, we were just getting on a trampoline, just trying to just rip each other apart.
On a trampoline.
I swear, on a trampoline. It's the best thing you had, you know? I mean, it'd give you, you know, trampoline burns, but it was at least somewhat soft, you know? And, dude, I don't know how our arms weren't broke, they just weren't executed properly, right? The arm bars.
What were the?
We thought we were
any
actually trying to pull
flying
the arm
submissions?
out of. No, there was none of that then. This is old school, like
Anybody get
bare minimum.
Anybody get launched?
No one got launched,
Wow.
but man, we were testing stuff on each other on a regular. So that was my very first. So just wrestling as a kid, right? Who didn't do that? Who didn't watch Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, right? Who didn't want to just go wrestle? I think there's some psychology behind that, right? Peterson talks about rough and tumble play and how important it is for young boys.
Yeah. I missed out on all that, but
Well,
I got it in my.
You're making
adult
up
life.
now,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of why you want it
Yep.
more, right? And it's something that was missing.
Yeah.
My childhood, it wasn't. It was very much there, and we were hurting each other all the time. So that was my first, Then in high school, we boxed in backyards, and we all thought we could box, and none of us could. And then from there, it was, I went and trained up at Johnny Little's house with Chris Wright. I started lifting weights with a guy who was a fighter, and I wanted to know what it was like to get hit in the face and see if I could actually take a punch.
Chris was a fighter, right?
Chris was a fighter.
Yeah, he was pretty good, right?
He had some hands.
Yeah.
He's tough as
He's
nails.
from here.
He's from here. Yeah, he has a place up in Carthage now, or maybe Kosciuszko. Anyway, he said, "Man, just come up here and train with us." And at the time, they were training on a hot tub mat, and Johnny had, I think, just gotten some mats in. They're these little puzzle piece mats that they laid out in his garage, and it was wild. It was a wild time. So I did that for a couple years, and then stepped away. I got a staph infection in my knee, and it scared the shit out of me. And I had never put on a gi at the time. We were just doing stuff. This is like 2005, 6, when the UFC was really just starting to blow up. The Ultimate Fighter
start in 2005?
just started like 05.
Okay.
So this is kind of around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember begging my wife to let me apply or try out for the Ultimate Fighter, and it was a fight, man. It never happened. But anyway, got the staph, walked away, came back 3 or 4 years later and put on a gi for the first time, and just got my ass kicked.
What
for probably
brought
6
you back?
months. My son. So my oldest son, Luke, I have 5 kids, by the way, boy, girl, girl. And my oldest son, we had him in soccer, and he was the most uncoordinated kid out there. He couldn't put it together, just couldn't make it work. And I was like, well, I wonder if grappling would work. And so it was kind of a gateway for me to get back into it without my wife getting mad at me, right? Which I shouldn't make it sound that way, because she's totally good with it now. But she was always worried about us getting hurt.
Yeah, and back then it wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't know. It wasn't a sport, really.
We train a lot safer now.
Yeah, that's right.
At least in this gym.
That's right.
Yeah, we train real safe.
That's right. Yeah, there weren't
that was a
safety
different time.
measures, really. This was a different time. Everybody's just trying stuff. Like, we'd watch a YouTube video and just try stuff on each other and see if we could actually execute it, It wasn't until we had, Bex, who
It wasn't
was a
light
black
sparring
belt.
back then, right?
There's no light sparring.
You've talked about
bro.
beating the crap out of each other.
No, I went home with black eyes every time I sparred. There was no 60%. At least they would say, oh, yeah, I'm going. No, it was it. They were heavy hands, So anyhow, then Jiu Jitsu happened, and my son went to the very first class, and he just loved it. This is Luke. Of course, he still trains. He's incredible at it. And
yeah, by the time this comes out,
yeah,
he'll be a purple belt.
There you go. He will. I actually have it. I should.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Maybe Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk.
By the time this comes out,
Yeah.
this will probably be a couple weeks at least. Before it comes out.
For sure. We'll have it by then. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right now he's skipping blue belt.
He's skipping blue belt. He's a blue belt. We kind of did away with the belts for his era of blue belt, if you will.
Yeah, 4
but
years
he's
with
beyond
no belts.
it. That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was hooked, and it was my gateway back in. And here was the reality of it: is I didn't want to do it anymore. Like, I went up in there, and there was this kid named Gus Strobel. He's a little wrestler, had gnarly cauliflower ears just from the get-go. He was one of those guys that was just gifted with shitty ears. And that's my problem. Mine never swelled hardly. He just kicked my ass over and over and over again. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, why am I doing this to myself? I can just go to the gym and look good, but my son loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, motherfucker, I can't quit. And about 6 months in, I just started to see things. I started to understand things, and as things started clicking. And then you start to get that feeling like, hey, I'm not just learning, but I'm actually good at this. And when you start to have those things happen, your growth is exponential, in my opinion. When you start recognizing that you have it, it just blows up from there. I've seen it happen for so many skill levels, and hitting at different times, but it hits, and when it does, it's really cool to watch. So you're kind of in that phase right now. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer.
Late bloomer. But you're in a phase where you roll so natural now compared to how you used to, and that means something clicked.
Yeah.
You know, because it literally takes just resetting everything you ever thought about combat and rebuilding it, honestly, in a way that's safe and powerful. So anyway.
So before the staff, how much of that was grappling?
There wasn't a lot. So Chris and Drew just opened up Knockout Fitness. You remember that place on Lakeland Drive? And man, we were in and out of there like crazy. I mean, fighters were all over. Stuff was getting spread everywhere.
Back then, it was pretty much just Knockout and Gracie South, right?
It was
there
Knockout,
anywhere else?
Gracie South, and I think Houston Cottrell opened up that Gracie and Madison or Gluckstadt around that time. Maybe not quite. Maybe that was a little after. But it was
I
around
wasn't
that time.
interested, but in high school. But in high school,
this would have been about
a lot
that
of my
time,
buddies
probably.
were at Gracie South training, and that's all they wanted to talk about was jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's it, man. Once you get the fever, man, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what's so interesting is so many lose it. You know, they get the blue belt blues and they leave, and it's like, man, what part pulled you away so much that you don't want to give this any more time? And sometimes it's maybe life happens. I don't know, but at the same time, there seems to be quite a fallout at that stage. So you wonder why. Yeah. So anyhow, that's how it all started. Got the staff, walked away. Really worked my business really hard for several years. So it was really almost like a divine intervention, if you will, of just how things worked for me. And I think at 31 or 2, I put on the gi and went back to Jiu Jitsu. I'm 43 now. So, 12 years ago.
Yeah. And where were you training?
I was training at No Limit Jiu Jitsu with Jarrett Becks. Incredible professor. Taught me a lot of Jiu Jitsu in a number of ways. And you know how Jiu Jitsu gyms go, guys. These things they're like rock bands. They're bound to break up. I've seen them happen. I mean, fuck, look at B Team just broke up, you know?
Yeah.
There's these...
I think they're just rebranding, but...
Rebrand, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to call it.
So there you go. You know more than I do. I just saw something about Craig Jones saying, and I didn't know if it was a joke or not. So
I think he's serious.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So they're no longer apart?
Well, I think he's serious that after CJI2, he's leaving the States and not coming back.
Really?
It seems serious. I don't know. You never really know with Craig Jones.
With Craig. Well, and he can almost say he's going to do that and do whatever the fuck he wants, and it doesn't matter.
But from what I understand, he hasn't really been at the gym a whole lot in the past 2 years, and I think those guys that are doing the Simple Man podcast, I think Damien and the Nickies and Ethan, like I think they're going to be the new owners. So I'm assuming they're just going to rename it to. I think everybody thinks they're going to rename it to like Simple Man Jiu Jitsu or something, but.
Dude,
it's kind of interesting because New Wave got their rebrand too, all at the same time. Because New Wave got
you think this is some big plan?
Some kind of lawsuit or something? I forget, some kind of trademark infringement or something, and they rebranded to Kingsway.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop, man.
Yeah, you know they actually haven't even opened up for their classes yet. They open up I think August the 4th, and they already have I think 400 students signed up.
God.
Like they've already built a multi-million-dollar gym
without even opening
before they opened. Yeah, people are moving. I saw one family is moving from Australia.
You know, people knew about jiu-jitsu when I started jiu-jitsu just 13, 12 years ago. Yeah. Like, you know, and you take, you know, the hot tub mat. Back then, no one, right? A small, not even 1% of the world, right?
Yeah.
What's it at now? It's growing exponentially.
Yeah.
I mean, this will probably be a high school sport in a lot of states before long.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool
that's
to wrestle.
The plan.
Yeah, really, seriously.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hope so. There's some probably some liability and safety issues you got to get past.
Oh yeah, I didn't
to have more than just wrestling. But
how bad will it be though? Arm bars, kids not tapping.
That's gonna be exciting to watch. I know that.
Yeah, would be cool. Would be cool. These kids nowadays. JC just showed me some 17-year-old that did this. Rolling, what is it?
It's called a Junie lock.
Junie lock. Yeah. Have y'all seen that? What's the kid's name?
Rafael Fiera.
Rafael Fiera. impressive, sir. Whoever the fuck you are.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Alabama Twisters, baby.
That thing, it was, the thing is I'll bet you he didn't know he was doing it until he was doing it. He's just, you read the book Blink by Malcolm Gladwell? Getting off on books now.
No, but I am familiar with it.
Well, the idea of thinking without thinking.
Yeah.
That was a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
Just boom.
Well,
he
he's
knew it was
probably
there.
drilled that gene
1,000
times.
So he doesn't have to think. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ability to think without thinking. You've done it so many times, so much, that you just act. That's really the sport of jiu-jitsu. That's where it peaks, I think.
Mm.
When you just know how to react or act. Yeah.
So okay, so we're at No Limit.
Yep.
We're a white belt with Luke.
Yep.
What was the journey like for? So eventually, Opie got into it too.
My other son got in 3 years later.
Did your girls try it?
My girls, except my youngest daughter. My daughter Charlie did it for a few months. She's 17 now. I'm trying to convince her to get back because she's starting to date boys, and it makes me uncomfortable. And just teaching her how to execute a perfect triangle would make me feel happy. So yeah, I'd like to do that now. But yeah, my kids have all trained except my youngest. But my 2 boys still train. They're quite talented. If they honed in and really, really gave it a go, I really think they could do some cool stuff in the sport. So we'll see what happens.
Luke's been training longer than me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been training as long as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was that? So what was the progression like for you once you came back? Was it? Did it still take a while? Like you mentioned, kind of like having that moment where it started to click. Like, what was that timeline like?
Yeah, I got to be careful here because I don't want to sound like I've got this huge ego that I want to say I grew fast in the sport. Because, honest to God, if I was training at John Danaher's gym, I don't know how fast I'd have grown.
Mm.
I mean, perspective is everything, and who you're training with is everything. But for me, it was very natural. I felt like I grew very fast. I started rolling with high-level people and really holding my own very well. Some of us just have kind of a natural knack in this sport. I can't help but say it that way. Some people see it, and it helps when you can see it. And I was able to see it in some ways that was beneficial for me, I guess, is the best way to say it. But I grew pretty quick. I think I made blue belt in 11 months. Purple belt, I think another year after, and then I stayed purple belt for 2 years, 2.5 years, 2 years, 2.5 years.
So 2 years from white to purple, huh?
Yeah.
That's great.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And
that's
then
like Josh
brown.
Saunders velocity.
Yeah. And then made brown, and I think I'm 3 stripes on my brown. I'd have to look at it to remember. And it kind of ended there. Some fallouts. The rock band had to find a new singer. I don't know, or a drummer.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
we'll get into that.
Or are we going to go there?
We can.
Fuck.
Oh,
We can.
Up to you.
I don't care. I'll go anywhere.
The
you know me.
do you remember your first class back with Luke?
Yeah. Eric
was that
Spellman
like?
opened up a school in Flowood, the place you went, very first place you trained out of.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I remember getting my ass kicked. I remember how hot the gi was. I can remember I had no idea that somebody's clothes could be used as a weapon. It was just a concept I had never, even as a kid, we saw people do stuff in the gis. I just didn't put it together that they were utilizing grips. Didn't know about grips, right? So it was mind-blowing for me. And I became a fan of the gi probably for 5 years. And it was me getting caught by Brad Phillips in a leg lock at a what was it, a tournament up in Starkville.
EBI tournament.
Yeah.
Not actual EBI, but
Yeah.
EBI rules, right?
Yeah, I knew nothing about leg locks, like zero. And, you know, my professor didn't know a lot. And not shaming, not saying any of that, but just the facts. And I got caught in a heel hook, and that's when I went straight home and bought End of the Leg Lock System by Danaher. And I mean, it was the next day I was murking people. It made me angry to lose at something I wasn't better at.
I know there's been a couple of other people to submit you in the past 8 years, but I wasn't there for that. But that's the only time I was there.
Yeah.
That you ever tapped.
Yeah, I think
I've seen you tap one time.
Odie tapped me. Dustin has tapped me.
Mm-hmm.
Not to sit and give a list. Brad tapped me that once.
Yeah.
Brandon McCaffrey, he probably doesn't remember it, but he caught me in the nastiest triangle I've ever been in. And there was like 9 seconds left, and it was so fast. To this day, I still don't know how he landed it. and I'd like to actually relive that.
Yeah.
So that's my list.
Yeah, he's like a freaking viper.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
they,
incredible.
They just come on
so fast, so smooth.
So,
yeah, and everything's tight. There's no room. I tap so fast. There was no anchoring. There was nothing. There's no fighting it. You knew you were there, and you just had to tap or go to sleep.
he's got those ones that are audible, like where his knee pit just like slaps.
I swear
you.
that's what happened. I don't know how he did it. All of a sudden I was in it. That's all I can tell you. I was just in it all of a sudden. Thought I was totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were, again, I know you don't want to, he's not going to want to toot his own horn, but like you were catching the black belts by the time you were at blue belt, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what was that
Pretty
like
regular.
for you and for them that at least,
It built
maybe
my
you can't
ego.
speak for them, I don't know. But
It built my ego in a way that's probably not healthy. I was strong, y'all. I was 210, 220, and just an ox,
Bro.
and talented.
yeah,
So,
I saw when you shared,
You're good.
when you shared the other day, you shared my MSGF thing on Instagram.
yeah.
I like clicked your profile and you don't post much, so there's still like
Yeah.
your most recent photos. There was like 2018
Years
Nick
ago.
on the beach.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I remember that man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's still scary now.
Yeah, I'm 30
but
pounds lighter,
He
but
was
that's pretty strong.
like at least 220 back then. Just massive.
Yeah, I'm a bigger technical guy, I guess, when I'm big, and very fast. So it's just not normal for people who are 220. Of course, now I'm 195. A lot less.
Yeah, it's weird to weigh more than you.
Yeah. So things are different, and the way I roll, of course, is different now. It's not for subs. It's just for fun. I like pressure. I like to just lay on people and control, and know what's out there and choose not to take it, if you will. It seems like a more fun way to do jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah. I'm in the like, I really want to explore a position phase right now.
Yeah.
And I've been there for a while.
So explain what you mean by that, because I kind of know.
Like last night, I'm just laying there. I let him mount me. I let him put me in this arm triangle.
Yep.
I let him take my back.
Yep.
And I just want to like feel my way through
Yeah.
between things I'm learning and things that and just feeling my way through the position, trying to understand more, what are my options here and what are some maybe new ways of surviving that arm triangle.
Yep.
Right, because
Incredible.
I've been able to shut down with that one specifically the past couple months. It's kind of weird, but I've been shutting down a lot of arm triangles just from like really hyperextending. Like I have a massive,
Stretching
I have a
hard.
huge question, like
So
a
it
big
blocks,
question,
it hits
and
a
I
different
just
part of your artery.
and I just kind of put tension here, but then I move my hips
Yeah.
to create some space there.
And
And
you're
I've
good.
survived a lot of arm triangles recently, even from like Big John. He's 240.
Yeah, he's huge.
And last night that was not the story.
Really?
Nah, it was.
Who put it on
he got
you?
in there. Brooks from
I don't know him.
from Black Cells. Yeah, he's really good for a blue belt too. He's I think he's gonna be special.
I gotta come
he's
roll with these
17, and he is, even me as a blue belt, you get fixated on jiu-jitsu is about being fluid and reading, given my position, given where the pressures is, given where the momentum's going, like here's the possibilities.
Right.
And jiu-jitsu is about being fluid. Like mastery of jiu-jitsu is about being fluid, where I'm trying to go here, but then it's not there anymore. I've got to adapt, like in real time, right?
Yep.
I got to be fluid and not get fixated on one thing.
One thing. Yeah.
It's really common or uncommon to see a blue belt, I wasn't like that, where, and even when I'm coaching guys now, we talk a lot about this idea of backtracking.
Yep.
Of particularly, we talk about this a lot when we're talking about guard passing, but even with a sub, the idea of when something's not there anymore, recognizing it instantly and just letting it go and going to what is now available.
What's next?
Because there's always something available.
Yep. And guess what happens also, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't pick the right time, oftentimes there's not another opportunity to go.
Yeah, if you
Like they close it off.
overcommit,
You got it.
then you're done.
You're done.
And
That's right.
But as a blue belt, seeing Brooks last night, I'm kind of giving him these looks, and then he'll start to attack a shoulder, attack an arm, whatever. And if
as I get out of that, he won't chase it. He'll let it go and keep the backtrack is what I would call it, keep the control he does have and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we talk about this a lot with guard passing too. Like I think it's a good kind of to illustrate it is like, you know, if I'm in chest to chest half and I'm starting to work my passing and I'm starting to get head control, because at some point I got to shift from hip control to head control. But they're doing a good job of starting to win the battle down here at the hip line and start to recover a butterfly hook or a knee elbow connection or whatever. I talk about this to the guys all the time, like just bail on the head, come back to the hips. You got the hips.
You got the hips.
So like backtrack
Yep.
and then restart the game.
That's right.
And
yeah, hit the reset button.
He did that. He does that very well. I haven't rolled with him a lot, but I was just rolling with him last night. He's a fresh blue belt, just got it.
Yeah.
And he does it really well.
He's at Black Cells in James?
Yeah,
That's good.
17. And he's
they've got great coaches.
he does it really well, like just not getting fixated on any particular sub or position.
That's awesome.
So I think he's gonna be something special.
I love that, man. Yeah. You kind of know when you see it, right? Seth was like that, right?
Yeah.
Special, just people who get it. And you just kind of get excited to see where they'll go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they don't get those blue belt blues and leave.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you hope.
Life happens, but to some people they see it and somehow make it work, right? That's what I've done. That's what I did. I know that's what you do, right? You make it work. You make time for jiu-jitsu. People always say, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Isn't that some bullshit?
My secret was buying into this gym.
Yeah. I think
Because
so.
I was afraid that I was going to end up being one of those guys that quit
Yeah.
because I wasn't any good.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't getting better the way that other people were getting better.
Right.
And when I bought in, I wasn't a blue belt yet,
That's right.
right? Or
It came a few weeks after.
it came a few months after. Yeah.
Or months.
But yeah, that's so like I've been training with you and Jarrett, and then I just felt I was like I'm not getting this at all.
I remember. Y'all listen, he was hating it. He was like, I'm trying so hard, Nick. And it was just really a change in scenery, a change in environment, a change in what was required. And for
It's also a
JC, that's
learning
not
style,
everybody,
yeah.
but and a learning,
My learning style is just not
true.
suited to the environment, I think.
Yeah, to the environment he was in. And when you come to an environment that doesn't really require you to have anything other than just be you and develop at whatever rate you can, I think it opens up the mind a little more.
But buying into this place
it
in
pushed your
September
hand.
2020, that was like, I was like, well, if I buy into this, then I will feel obligated to always be there no matter what.
Yeah.
And then finally, I started sort of looking like I knew some jiu-jitsu.
Don't let him lie. He's made exponential growth in a
sure,
short amount of time.
but back then, no.
In the last 12 months, I'll bet you your jiu-jitsu has multiplied more in 12 months than it has in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
Because my entire way of training and learning and like how much I've studied and stuff has completely changed. And because I have to.
Yeah, JC knows more moves than I do. It's just facts.
I have to study if I'm gonna have a school.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
true.
one else here
It's true.
to teach. So
Yeah, it falls on you. Yeah, pressure's on.
so I've had to get really creative.
Yep.
So even bringing people like really elite level guys in here just for privates. Like I brought
Absolutely.
Mason in a few months ago
For
just for a
privates.
private with me.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a seminar.
Yeah.
And he, just spending a day with him
Changes you.
completely upgraded my
Yeah.
half guard passing.
That's right.
And it's
Yeah.
just little things like that.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of the internet now is, I can pay Josh Saunders monthly. I've been paying him monthly for a year now to be in his private community.
Yep.
I upload matches, I upload videos of me teaching, and I get feedback on like, what did I teach well here, or how could I have better communicated
What
that?
you could have done to improve.
What did I do wrong in this position that got me swept, or why didn't I get this sub? It looked like it was locked, whatever. And now I have BMAC too, and so the internet. I mean, I wouldn't have any of those connections without the internet.
That's right.
Like completely different. The generation now, it's completely different time than when you were coming up.
100%.
Right? I have it on easy mode
That's right.
because I have the best people in the world.
That's right.
A
It's
click
changed.
away.
But the YouTube and jiu-jitsu, sure, you've had clips and you've had stuff out there, but not on a teaching skill like you have now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different now, right?
Yeah.
There's so many guys out there who are so skilled.
And the level of detail that you could get access
Yeah.
to now
Yep.
is, yeah, I mean,
It's so convenient too, right? Because you can turn it down to like a quarter speed and slow the move way down, or you can speed it way up. You can do whatever you want. You can pick it apart just like you're a professional sports team watching, the game the night before.
yeah,
And really can hone in on how you can be better in a million ways that you can't see.
yeah.
The way I was doing it. The way we learned was just fucking up so many times that you actually learned, right?
Yeah.
But now you get to watch tape.
Well, now you have people like Mason and Josh and Jeff Glover.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people now who are opening up their own private communities.
There you go.
I pay you $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever
That's
it is,
right.
and I'm able to ask specific questions.
That's right.
And you're not going to get told like, don't get there or things like that. Like,
Or that won't work.
You're not going to be given.
Yeah.
You're going to be given like specific, detailed reasons of why this
things are
works,
the
why
way they
this
are.
doesn't work, or why this works, but only in these circumstances,
That's
and
right.
so all the heuristics of when to backtrack,
That's right.
when I've lost a position, when I've lost a sub.
That's right.
So the internet's amazing.
Yeah, it's changing the world for sure.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with AI in Jiu Jitsu?
Are
we going to wrestle robots?
Well, I'll give you a little foreshadowing. I want to get back to your story, but
Yeah,
we're gonna have we're working on something right now that is blowing my mind right now.
Seriously.
We have a proof of concept, something BMAC and I have been working on. Actually, mostly him, to be honest. Like he's his level of.
Do you want to spill these beans on the podcast?
I'm not gonna share everything, but what we've been working on is it's so impressive. And it is involving AI, and it's not.
wondering.
We're not just like asking ChatGPT.
I
Like,
get it.
this is way
Next level.
way better than that.
We'll talk about this
ChatGPT
after.
knows some stuff about jiu-jitsu for sure.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
actually used Chat to plan my first 3 months of kids curriculum since I
Really?
just started kids class, and my 6 months of beginner curriculum.
Wow.
And especially if I feed it, could take instructionals I have and run them through an audio to text transcription service, get all the entirety of the text of what was said in an instructional, and then I feed that to ChatGPT, and now I have like a week by week break. I also tell it how I like to teach. I like this like new, more constraints-led approach where everything is game-based and not just like pure instruction.
Yeah.
And it's able to take, all this instructional material I have, plus how I like to teach, my goals for the class, all that kind of stuff, and give me a week by week breakdown of
Incredible.
Here's what we're going to do week 1, class 1. Here's the goals for the students, etc.
You're seeing it, guys. This guy's changing the game.
Well,
Changing the game.
plenty of people are doing this, right? Like but this is AI is definitely helping a lot in terms of, especially someone like me in the situation I've been in. Of I don't just have a black belt in the room to kind of bounce ideas
fall
off
on.
of, to ask,
Yeah.
or who can even look at my stuff and say,
But think about this: how many people do? Not everybody.
yeah,
There's
maybe
a lot
not
out
everybody,
there.
and like
But you're
there's
giving
plenty of
giving-
people who open gyms as blue belts, back in because there weren't any black belts
right.
20 years
That's
ago.
right.
So like I think BMAC even opened his gym as a blue belt.
Yep. I've known several
so-
who opened as blue belts.
But the amount of information we now have, plus AI, plus the ability to have these elite level guys at our fingertips, either just their instructionals or the direct access, where $125 a month gets you in Josh Saunders' school,
Yeah.
and you can just ask him questions, and I can send him matches, and
Incredible.
he does breakdowns second by second.
It's unreal.
I'll send him a 5-minute match, I get a 20-minute video of like, here's all the little things you can fix for these positions. It's incredible. It's a very exciting time to be in grappling.
And you're creating jobs.
Yeah.
Really, right? People are making money. It's a life. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, you can actually make money.
Yeah.
It's just now getting there where people can make a living grappling.
It's incredible.
But I want to get back to your story.
Where were we? I don't even remember.
Well, you're a blue belt in 9 months, a purple belt in a year after that.
Somewhere around there. I can't quite remember. I want to say it was 10 or 11 months blue belt.
Yeah.
I got it after my very first tournament
Mhm.
at AGF. Did an AGF tournament, rolled 3 different matches,
Mhm.
and got my blue belt right after.
Yeah.
then purple, and then brown. Brown for I think a year and a half, and that's where I broke away and opened up Grapple with JC and Alex. That's kind of where we were, right?
Yeah, and
then
that's
Fight Club, we had all that.
And in between there, I timidly approached a monster of a man in the gym who looked like he knew how to fight, and he invited me to Jiu Jitsu that night, and I showed up, and that was it.
So JC, I guess, had been like maybe eyeballing me in the gym because I maybe looked like a guy who could fight. I don't know. Maybe the cauliflower ear. I don't know what it was that set it off. Maybe my presence. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But
it's the presence. It's like this guy knows something.
Something other people don't.
No one. This guy's not going to be a victim.
Yeah, no.
And I need that. Like back then, I'm like, I need that. I don't want to be the victim. You know.
Was I a purple belt or brown belt at the time?
You were a purple belt.
Purple. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, those were the days where you kind of wanted somebody to test you. So I'm sure I walked around with a chip on my shoulder and looked like I wanted to fight somebody.
Yes.
There's so many aspects.
I worked up the courage.
Yeah, of what Jiu Jitsu has created and then kind of dissolved and allowed to be recreated, if you will. But yeah, those were wild times. But yeah, he approached me in the gym. But before that, wasn't it the McGregor?
Yeah, but we didn't speak.
We didn't talk before that time?
No, we were watching the Mayweather
McGregor fight.
We were at the Feathered Cow.
That's it? Yeah.
And I was with a different crew, but I just kept looking over, and like we would make eye contact, but I would see you at this table with like a bunch of guys who all looked kind of scary.
Well, just so you know, we were there. It was a fight group,
Yeah.
and they had given us that table because we were trying to sell some merch, some shirts, and some hats and some stuff, and let people know about our school.
Yeah.
So we could recruit. You know, and what better place is there than a place where a bunch of people want to watch a fight to recruit fighters, right?
Yeah.
We didn't recruit anybody except JC, really. I don't know if you even saw it from that point, but the week after you came to me in the gym. I can remember I was doing like bench or something, sitting over there dumbbell pressing, and you came and talked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the beginning of a great friendship.
Yep. But that was a Friday night, and there was class at 6:45.
That's it.
Okay, I'll
Class.
be there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed up. It shocked me. I ain't gonna lie, it shocked me. You know, you invite so many people when you're an advocate for the sport, and most of the time no one shows, but JC showed. And I think you started and came and went several times.
I had a
right?
couple of false starts, I trained for a few months, and I kind of got out, and it kind of fizzled. And then, because I got injured, I got a couple of injuries
quick.
My own fault, but like typical white belt, and
well, it's not really your own fault when you don't know, and you're a white belt. You just
don't know, and
you're
like, and also like, I do think that might be a whole other discussion, but I do think there are some things we can do as coaches to keep injuries
lower,
the risk even lower.
Yeah,
anything can happen always, right? But anyway, I was, what was I, 25? Yeah, 24, 25.
Yeah.
I was about to turn 25. I met you a couple weeks before I turned 25.
Yep.
I just remember dates. September 2nd.
Yeah.
2017. That's when I met you.
Yeah.
I was like really into fitness, and like
you were into like powerlifting. You had the
bodybuilding,
deadlifts.
And
you had that little thing with
deadlifts.
Yeah.
So we were running Spartan. Like I kind of had a fitness journey. Like I did not grow up with fitness. I had started lifting in like late 2015, and then I was just like, that's all that I wanted to do is like lift weights and run Spartan races and all that kind of stuff. And so I was strong, but then I found out quick that it didn't matter. And I also didn't know you couldn't slam, so Jabri put me in an arm bar, and I slammed him because like that felt like the right thing to do, which I think it probably is if it's
the right thing to do.
Life or death situation.
Yeah.
But that arm bar got tight real quick and tore my labrum here, a little partial tear, and
I remember that.
I was messed up for a while. Anyway, so 3 months, and then I got out for a little bit, and then I came back, and I probably trained another 6 months. And but I was trying to powerlift at the same time, and I was having a really hard time figuring out how to do that.
Yeah.
Now there's so much content out there of how to still maintain your mobility
while training.
And like I kind of got the itch to maybe do some more powerlifting again soon, because I haven't lifted at all and I kind of miss it. But anyway, I was like, I really want to try to go compete in powerlifting, and I did that for a little bit longer, and then in beginning of 2020, I only ended up competing one time for powerlifting, but I did hold the state record.
Really?
For
that's right.
2 or 3 years. I had the Mississippi record, even though I competed in San Diego, but somehow, I guess, just since I was from Mississippi, I was on the USPA side as like, for my weight class, I had the highest total.
Yeah.
So I didn't do bad, but then I realized, like, this is still meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't know anything about defending myself from my family, and so I reconnected with you.
Yeah, I remember.
And came back to Jarrett's for a little bit, and then I guess COVID happened, and then the
split happened.
The split happened, and then we started this in 2020 September.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. A lot of showing up when you don't have time, but that's the commitment you give, you know, and people rely on you. So shout out to all the people who run schools. It's an effort that I understand and I appreciate. I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know? But it seems that you're doing an incredible job, JC. I'm really impressed.
So what was, so let's see, you were brown belt.
Yep.
We opened this place. When we opened, we still had gi and no gi.
We did. We had the gi.
We still had the belts.
Still had belts. You got your blue belt.
January of 2021.
That's right.
And then about a month later, we were like, let's
Screw
just
this
do away
thing.
with the belts and the gis.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't get anybody to black belt me. Like, honest to God, that was part of the problem. I kept being told, yeah, I'll do it, by 3 different people, and I thought it mattered. And then I had like this epiphany, like, does it really matter?
Yeah.
And some will probably say that's my excuse for not getting one. I have one. I got it on Amazon. It was $18. It has a stripe on it. 2 or 1? I think I promoted myself a few times.
I think we might have 2 stripes now.
Jeez, this is gonna piss some people off who love the gi. But it's, I'm not even gonna go there. I just don't agree with it. Simple as that.
Oh no, we're
The
gonna go
belting
there
system.
for sure. Come on, man.
I
I
understand it. I understand what it's there for. I like aspects of it. But when it's all said and done, can you or can you not grapple?
That is true. Yeah.
That, you know, again, how many collegiate wrestlers are ranked? You know, what was John Jones's rank? What was Daniel Cormier's rank?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many jiu-jitsu practitioners just dominate them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just simply saying, I like the idea that you are or you aren't, and you don't need something to tell that you are or aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, I've come around, not as extreme as that.
I get it.
But I actually still agree with the essence of what you're saying.
Yeah. And of course, it's far more convoluted than the way I'm stating it now. There's, to me, so much more of a reason to just remove it. I just don't know if there's time or even room for the argument, but I have my argument. I have it.
Yeah.
Someone wants to have it.
Well, the thing that we both recognized and understand is the belt is too often a tool of manipulation, or a tool of
keeping some form of a hierarchy.
Yeah, and like, which isn't hierarchies aren't inherently bad.
No.
And I think there is a degree of even those who come before us, like showing some honor and respect to people who like built the bridges for us to cross so that we could go even further.
Sure.
The problem is, I think there's also those gyms. There's some coaches out there who aren't really interested in you, the student, going further than them.
Sure.
Or they're only interested in the money and being able to kind of dangle that belt. Or worse, like kind of weird stuff we were talking about earlier, without going into the details, but like,
well, here's my question:
manipulating people into really abuse. It's really,
I agree.
really, really weird, culty behavior, and
Yeah.
I think both of us are not about that.
No, I can't stand people who patronize people in these settings. It's embarrassing, first off, because it's a group setting, you know. But you rewind just a minute. You had said something, and I've lost where we were. Go back to where we were. I'm sorry. You were just talking about. God, Hi, JC. Where were you?
On the
Sorry.
on the belts.
Yes.
The coach not being interested in the student going further, and
Yeah, you had said something about like honoring, the guys who started this thing.
yeah, it's like a
That was the part. So here's my question for you: what part of the belts honor them?
not really the belt itself.
You see what I'm saying?
But the hierarchy can't, in some way, honors those who come before us. Where I respect.
That makes sense.
I
Yeah,
have respect for you as
Absolutely.
my coach, right?
But it's not my belt.
No, it's not your belt. The belt
see
is
what I'm
just this
saying?
like symbol. It's what we
Yeah,
use.
it's the relationship we have.
It's kind of a shared. The belt is just kind of this thing we have as a shared language.
Yeah.
To like show the hierarchy, and I don't think that's as important part, or as that's not really any part of my argument for why the belts are still valuable. It has nothing to really do with the hierarchy.
Right.
I don't mind the belt being some kind of token of hierarchy.
It feels good.
But
It
what
feels
I-
good to know you're making progress, and the belt does that.
I think it's helpful. I got so bought into it not mattering that I just don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm earning my black belt under BMAC now, or I'm earning my brown belt under
Right.
BMAC right now. But
But the goal is
the-
black.
for sure. But the goal is not. The belt is just this token of all of the knowledge and experience that he'll
Sure.
impart to me over the next several years.
It's like a badge of honor.
That's it, and it's nothing more, and it's not tied to my identity.
Yeah.
And
I think if it was represented and presented as a badge of honor for time spent and effort given,
yeah, and I think those
absolutely,
are good,
and
those are
skill
good things.
and skill
Yeah.
level achieved in some respect, absolutely.
The
But
skill is the hard part because it is so subjective.
that's
but
the
that's
problem.
why when we brought him back in grapple, because I recognized and got lots of input from lots of people who are way smarter and more experienced than me. That, well, the one argument that I really don't care as much about is it's super important to make your for retention for your money, right? And like, I'm interested in retention, but because I just want to see a bunch of people on the mats.
Yeah.
Money's great too, but like I don't make my money here, and maybe I will one day.
Yeah.
But but it is. I do think it's helpful, especially in the white and blue belt, and maybe up to purple belt phase, to for people to really feel like they're progressing, and that someone else who's been there and done that says, yeah, like you are progressing. Like, if there was any doubt in your, like some people maybe just know, no, I'm the biggest, baddest guy. I don't need a belt, right?
Right.
But some people also might, like me, in my first 2 years at least.
Yeah. You cared.
Well, I just having you or anyone who like who I knew was better than me, like who I also trusted to be straight with me, tell me I'm improving, and like whether it's with a belt or not, the belt's just a way to show that like I affirm that you are improving. But I think the biggest value the belt brings to me is for each individual, where are they on that journey to how good they can be.
Yep.
And when I look at it like that, even I'm like, it's fitting that you weren't a black belt yet, because you had so much more potential to unlock.
Oh yeah. I shouldn't have been a purple belt. If I was under a Danaher, I'm guessing I'd have been a purple belt at that rate.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Look at even Placido, I think just got his brown belt.
There you go.
And,
He's an animal.
Big Dan's a purple belt, I think.
Yeah.
He might be a brown belt now. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't offend somebody with that. But the it's about the potential.
Yep, I
like
agree.
it's not you tap in black belts or not doesn't really matter,
That's right.
because like how good can you be?
That's right.
Nick Jones still had growing room
Sure.
to be even better.
Absolutely.
That's my take. My 2
No,
cents
I
on
agree.
it.
I agree. And again, we could go back and forth. I think we could draw the good and we can draw the bad.
Yeah.
The problem is some people don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
And-
you still
and that's
have
what you run into.
bowing and
That's right.
asking to go to the bathroom and calling me master or professor and all that. And
That's
like,
right.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
well, it's maybe I'm not gonna knock anybody. For me, that's just not what I wanted to be. It's not what you wanted to be.
To me, it's not a healthy place in a lot of ways. There's a healthier way, is all I'm saying. I think there's good, better, best in everything we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean that it's not effective.
Yeah.
It just means that that's their way, and I choose a different way.
Well, we never wanted to create a culture where people won't show up if they're going to be late.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid that we're going to grill them or not let them on our mats or something.
Or they'll have to do burpees.
Yeah, or whatever.
in front of
Like we're not going to. That's just they're the customer.
That's it.
And that's my number one guiding principle in everything is they're the customer.
Yep.
I did create the separate comp class.
Yeah.
Where if you want that more intense vibe,
You have it.
well, yeah, but you opt into it.
That's right.
You don't
asked
have
for
to
it.
come to comp class.
That's
Just
right.
understand it's different
That's right.
than regular class. Regular class, like, I don't want to create a culture. Neither of us want to create a culture where other adult men are okay with another adult man yelling at them.
That's right.
When they didn't like sign up for that.
Yep.
They signed up to like have fun, exercise, have some camaraderie, a tribe,
Sure.
learn maybe learn some self-defense or just learn jiu-jitsu. They thought it was cool, whatever, but like
Sure.
they didn't sign up for trying to be the baddest guy, the
No.
biggest, baddest guy, you know?
Yeah. They just want to learn the art.
And want to have fun.
Yeah. Sure.
And
you can't learn the art and not have fun.
getting screamed at's not fun,
No.
you know?
No, but I'm grateful for coaches I had in high school that screamed at me.
Sure.
I'm grateful for coaches. I'm grateful for the coach in jiu-jitsu that screamed at me when it was necessary. Certain comp trainings, like you're saying, there's certain
It's
settings.
different. Yeah.
There's certain settings where it's invited and it's welcome. It's like, I don't know a better analogy other than just what it is.
You just
right?
I think it takes a great deal of care from coaches to like I'm all things to all people depending on the situation and the environment and what they need and what they're asking
That's
for.
right. That's right.
Like I remember
But here's the beauty of all that. I will
Yeah.
say this.
Yeah.
Your experience in jiu-jitsu has shaped the person you are in jiu-jitsu and has made and molded you into the things that you don't like and the things that you do like, so you can capitalize on all of them and take out the bad and keep the good. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, those things have happened, and
So you're still like happy they happen.
I'm grateful for them. Yeah, my whole life is
sure.
riddled with stuff like that, and it's been the best thing that ever happened to me because it helped me see clearly where I needed to go.
Yeah.
So, you experiencing some of those things in your grappling, your 7 years of grappling, has given you the insight of what you should be in your school.
Yeah.
Had you not had those experiences, you wouldn't know that side.
Yeah.
And you actually learn that side, and now you know where you can use it. You can implement it in comp training. You can implement it with a certain group of these hardcore kids who need that push.
Yeah, they want that.
They want that push. Even the adults, hey, when they come into this thing, they're going to get yelled at and just motivated and pushed. Not yelled at like you're mad at them.
Not belittled,
but pushed, motivated, driven.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a fine line between motivating and coaching and just abuse.
Well, I don't think there is
maybe
a fine
abuse is
line.
a strong word.
I think there's
but,
a pretty good size line. Like, you should be able to divide the two. It's not hard.
Yes, okay,
right?
you're right. I'm saying human nature makes it easy to make those things to devolve into power
Sure.
trips and
Sure.
loving the feeling of having control of other
Sure.
people.
Yeah, power's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sorry about the language.
So
in
that's
here.
like it's just a dangerous game. Like coaching is even a dangerous game for
Absolutely.
the ego.
Absolutely.
So
Because your students, they do what you say. And that's a
For
powerful
better or
thing.
worse,
For better,
so,
for worse. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't tell them to roll the wrong way. It's on you in a lot of ways. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important that you're skilled at what you do and you're able to actually, apply it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm experiencing a little bit of that now. I'm getting more comfortable, but the even cornering the guys sometimes.
Yep.
When I first started cornering, because if I'm the guy, I'm cornering them as of last year. Some of those first competitions, like I'm barely saying anything from the corner because I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
So there's this level of confidence that you did not have. And what's happened since?
It's definitely grown. It grows in the training room, just like how your jiu-jitsu grows.
100%.
Your coaching grows the same way.
And it transitions over.
The more that we have those hard practice sessions where we have this really focused training on these different positions that we play games in and stuff, like they know we have shared language of like when they're in a given position and I say one word,
Yeah.
they know what I mean because we've been there so many times. They've heard me shouting
Yep.
you know, they've heard me shouting of, I think about how much time we spent doing half guard passing this year. And there's always like 3 things that I'm shouting, and they know what I mean.
Yep.
And all I have to say is a word.
Yep.
But all that happens over time as we
That's it.
develop relationship and shared language.
That's right.
So
Yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
yeah, but it is a big responsibility because
It's a
I
huge
don't want to
responsibility.
I'm like, if I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna get this guy hurt,
That's right.
and he trusts me.
Yeah.
So that's like a massive weight.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to you.
Dude, good. I'm enjoying the conversation.
So so we opened Grapple,
Yeah.
and you don't have a coach anymore, right? To be bouncing ideas off of. So where were you?
I went to BJJ Fanatics.
Yeah.
And I just started memorizing John, Gordon, Gary, Lachlan Giles, Craig Jones. I just started memorizing stuff. Like I tore my groin. Remember that? I ruptured my groin both
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Or not my groin. I had inguinal hernias, and my groin pulled on one side. So I had surgery that put me out. And this wasn't long after that leg lock that I lost to Brad. I'll just keep re-saying it. Brad, you got it. You win. He fixed my AC recently, so we're friends. Anyhow, it kind of just dominoed from there, man. I just started studying John and listening to him in my sleep, for God's sakes. It was just nonstop. And when I came to class, man, I was equipped. I got lazy with time, which I think is easy to do, which JC's done an incredible job not doing. So far, but he's also created an automated system that kind of is just working. It just runs, which just is incredible. But early on, man, I may have been one of the better coaches you'd find. I hate to say it, but man, I was so detailed. I mean, it was like listening to John because I just watched it so much. He and Lachlan Giles, their coaching really resonated with my style, so I kind of mixed the two. Gordon's I loved, but it didn't resonate as much with me. Anyhow, that was kind of the beginning of me coaching and having no coach. So my coach was BJJ Fanatics, and I just taught straight from the Danaher script, if you will. And man, my jiu-jitsu probably jumped 2 or 3 times what it was, if I had to guess. There's probably a good year or 2 where I was pretty crisp.
Yeah.
I don't think I had ever grappled better than after opening a school for a year or 2. It just does something to you. It forces your hand at learning and having to be the guy with the answers. And when you throw yourself into the fire, you're going to get burned, but also you build up a tolerance and an ability to just do things that you didn't think you could do. And so that's kind of where my jiu-jitsu really jumped. And I learned that the gi wasn't really for me. I couldn't really apply it anymore. It just didn't seem very practical for me. And so we just went completely no-gi.
Yeah.
And from there, that's what it's been since.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm 43 and I'm kind of wanting to put a gi back on just to slow things down. But
Yeah.
Even then, no-gi to me is the way to grapple.
Well, the gi is coming to Grapple one day.
I can see that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab us water, but
Dude.
I'm
Here, have mine. I don't need it.
Well, you got one right there too.
No, have one of mine.
The let's see really quick. The making sure those cameras are still
Still
rolling
playing?
too, because you never
could've been
know
bad.
if like, well, you never know if like.
What if we were sitting here and it wasn't rolling the whole
yeah,
time?
we're just having a great conversation, right?
Well,
But,
shit, it's like lunch.
But no, I worry about like battery dying or
yeah, I
or
didn't
getting a
know
phone call and it turning off my camera. Like,
Yeah.
Hopefully everything. Everything's
turned
good
out.
so far.
If
so.
not, we'll run
Anyway.
it back.
No, it's still going. We're good.
Okay.
But that's. Sorry, what was the last thing you said? You
I
gave
don't know.
me a
Did you
thought.
smoke some weed before that?
Mm-mm.
I can't say that.
What's that?
I don't remember.
The
Before the water. Hold on.
the gi. So
The gi. You're bringing it back.
one day.
One
My goal right now is to earn a black belt in no gi, and then I'd like to go earn a black belt in gi,
It's incredible.
but separately.
Yeah.
I said this the other day to somebody that like broke their brain. They didn't understand like because it is kind of, it's not traditional, right? Like
It broke their brain that you want a black belt in
No,
both?
well, most gyms, you just have your belt in jiu-jitsu,
that's
right?
it. Yeah.
And so it doesn't really matter if you're gi or no gi.
Yeah.
And it took me, I restated it several like different ways, different times, and it still like was so foreign to them, the idea that I would earn a black belt in one discipline.
Yeah.
And then go earn
It's
a
like
black
learning
belt
two
in a
different languages.
separate discipline.
Gi is a different language than no gi, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely different dialect. There's so many facets of what you can do in a gi that
It's
you
a
can't
lot
do
of
in no gi.
overlap, you know,
There's
but
a ton of overlap, but it's
do
like
think it'll
Spanish
be
and Portuguese.
fun.
It's a different language.
I think it's gonna be fun, like
Sure.
especially when I'm older.
Yeah.
Like I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, but I just want to
black belt.
master one thing really, really well.
Yeah. Didn't Gordon get a black belt by Marigali in the gi?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure of it.
Okay.
It was kind of a joke. Like he gained it in like a week.
Oh,
Like he went from a white to a black belt by Marigali in no time.
gotcha.
Because I don't think he ever got it in the gi. It was just all no gi from Danaher.
Oh,
So you're not the only one.
well, BMAC was an inspiration for this because he just got his black belt
In the gi?
under
Under
Carlos
Machado?
Machado.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's really cool.
yeah, I think I do want to do that one day. Maybe,
Absolutely.
Maybe in my 40s I'll go for the gi.
Yeah.
But right now I've got 7 more years of 30s, and I'm gonna go
Do your
as
thing.
deep as I can on no gi. Also, while my body's limber enough to like dive into this 10th planet system, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I think 10th Planet has a way of making you limber.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm working on it,
It's awesome, man.
but yeah, and it's not just a 10th planet system. Like
Sure.
I like studying Lachlan and Gordon
yeah.
and John and Gary and
Yeah.
having everybody's approach to stuff.
Everybody's game's applicable, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's. That's the beauty of it. Find what works for you. Find what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
And do those things.
Yeah, and I'm benefiting. I'm even learning. I'm learning too that there's very few. You used to say this a lot. I think Jared even said this, but my programmer brain needs systems and order and if this then this, if this then this, and this then this.
Yep. Yeah, paint by numbers.
And I still think that, generally speaking, there are a lot of there's very few hard and fast rules in grappling.
Yeah.
And that's what I was about to say is I'm learning I'm truly feeling that now, not just like kind of understanding, but feeling, okay, there are this guy's saying this thing, this guy's saying this thing, they're both great and the things contradict each other, but both have value.
Yeah.
And apply in certain circumstances. It's up to me to figure out where those circumstances are.
That's right. Well, also your body may not be able to do what their body does, right? Oftentimes, so the other works better
possibly.
for you. I mean, sometimes it's a mechanic issue also, but usually not.
But it
usually
makes it
you can do
interesting
most
when you're
anything.
teaching because there's less and less. I already try not to have too many hard and fast, like, don't do this.
Yep.
Always put your hand only here, never here, whatever. Like, I try not to do that too much, but
There's very few absolutes in jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Because it
it's
evolves
like-
so much.
It's like as you grow as a coach,
Yeah.
you understand that it's really just the concepts that matter. But also on the other side of that, like I was saying, John's resonated with me so much because everything is very systematized with subsystems.
That's right.
And these are the heuristics by which we go through this system.
Right.
And this is the heuristic to tell you we're no longer going into this system. We have a transition now to go into this other
system.
subsystem.
That's right.
Right. And there's this transition point that you have to be able to recognize. And
A lot of
there
people's
is a
brains
lot,
don't work that way.
but
though.
there is a lot more of that than what was initially led on. I think like there are a lot. It's maybe don't call them black and white rules, but there are a lot of heuristics, like rules of thumb for a given situation that can be communicated.
Yeah, I agree.
To students where it doesn't have to all be off of just feel or concept, but sometimes there are just things that are bad ideas.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
even if
You
you
usually
can
find
do
those
it.
out really fast in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, like I actually
Learn quickly there.
you also sometimes you even have the knowledge of what the right thing is, but your body doesn't do the right thing in the moment. Like the other day, like I know when I'm putting frames in mount to make sure my fingers are pointed out, not in. But the other day, I was slightly in here and I got my thumb jammed. Thankfully, I didn't get wrist locked. I got my thumb jammed. It's like, I know better. I just,
say your thumb got jammed.
In the heat of the moment, did it wrong. And there's there's also like that, this is a weird way to connect that, but there's like that duality, the same kind of duality of, I know you'll know this, like from Romans 7, of like the very thing I hate is what I do.
Absolutely.
There's this like idea of, I know what to do, but I don't do what I know yet.
What if
so I'm
the
still
things that we hate, we do them because we have yet to learn to love them, and that's why we keep doing them until we love them. You know, I mean, it's my story in Jiu Jitsu. 6 months I had my ass kicked. I was like, why am I here? 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 I loved my son. I wanted to be there for him, and he loved it. And I got to that point though, right? I think sometimes that's just the path. You know, do what you hate until you love it. Because sometimes you only hate it because you're just not willing to do the hard thing, but once you do the hard thing, you find that it's something you've been missing.
What's the, let's see, so 2020 to 2024.
A lot happened.
Our first spot was like 600 square feet.
600 square feet. We had 21 mats down, I think, white mats, those little, what are they called?
Zebras.
Fuji or zebras? And there's a little hole in the wall, but it was perfect, man. We probably had one time like 30-something students in this little small spot, right?
I caught a lot of heels and elbows rolling around in there. You could not wrestle.
You couldn't wrestle. Not enough room.
And that was also kind of back in our, this is kind of shameful, that was still back in the days where like we still had this learned habit of starting on the knees.
Without standing on the feet.
Both people are just on their knees, like it was just stupid.
Stupid.
But
we didn't have the space either though to be on the feet hardly at all.
It needed to be double guard pull. That's what actually
Honestly,
needed to happen.
Seriously, true story.
But
it worked.
You
know, and then JC found this spot.
Good times.
And gosh, I don't know how many square feet we have.
3,900.
There you go. And mat space, what?
About
almost 2,000. So a good size spot, man, and it just kind of grew from there. And life things happened to me, a lot of changes. And what was it? June? June?
It was like June of last year, I think.
June of last year. JC ended up just buying. I don't know, would you buy us out, I guess, is that the best way to say it?
I guess so.
So took over and it's done an incredible job. So anyway, I'm kind of excited to get on these mats. I'm coming off of a knee injury again, another problem. Just shit pops now. It's not fun. But
messed
I'll
up
be
his
back.
MCL just passing the guard.
MCL. Actually nicely, smoothly passing the guard. It was like nothing hard. But that thing popped, and it's healed up a little, but it's been real tender for several weeks now. But I'll be back, you know, for sure. You want to get into the other stuff after all that?
Well, yes, and also, what is actually? Let's just go ahead. Let's do that now, and then we'll get into the rest.
Like the Mormon stuff,
if you want. What would you like to discuss?
Well, the reason I got out is really that. Life just got busy, JC. I mean, my life changed. I did a lot of stuff. I've probably been labeled a million things in the Jiu Jitsu world in my tenure. The guy who goes too hard or cranks too hard. I never felt like I was that guy. But I got a bad rep from time to time for it. And I think if people knew me now, they'd see a different person, you know? Roll with me now, they'd roll with a different person. It's different, but I would hope that that's most everybody's journey. If they're the same guy they were when they were a purple belt, then they fucked up. They didn't do it right. If you haven't learned the true aspect of what some call the gentle art, then you didn't learn it. And it may have taken me longer to learn, I don't know. But it's been quite a journey, and I'm just grateful for it. I'm grateful that I walked on these mats, man, and didn't quit. I don't know anybody who has actually stuck it out however long and regretted it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful the world's starting to wake up to the gift that grappling really can be to your life.
Yeah.
You know, on a number of fronts. It's just helped me be a better person all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've also, you have to have brought in at least 100 people into Jiu Jitsu at this point.
Oh God, yeah, I'm sure.
If not 200. Right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, even now I get from the Instagram stuff and even the Mormon stuff, I had several people say, dude, I'm going to do Jiu Jitsu because you do Jiu Jitsu,
Yeah.
you know? I've gotten several people who respond back saying, dude, I went to a class and I got my ass kicked and I'm going back, you know? And some say, I think you're crazy and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not for some people. I get that. I think it's for everybody. They just
But it's
have
a
to push it.
gift to like get to bring someone in and watch them transform.
Absolutely.
You know, like I'm thinking about one person in particular in mind that I won't name, but I've watched it. We both got to see
Incredible talent.
Yeah, he'll even admit that he was in a pretty bad place when we both met him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it changed his life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cliche sometimes, or people kind of joke about, you know, people who say jiu-jitsu saved their life, but honestly, I think it does save people's lives.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it, maybe not in a way that you would, you know, they don't necessarily have to be. I don't want to get demonetized. They don't have to be thinking about hurting themselves,
Right.
per se, for it to still save their life, or completely alter the trajectory of their life is maybe a better way of saying it. But save my life is easier to say.
How about we elaborate on how it saves our life, rather than just saying it? Because, you know, you can say just anything saves your life. I mean, cannabis saved my life, right? You can say that a million different ways, but with a million different things. But how? Like, how did jiu-jitsu save your life?
Well, it's going to be a different answer for everybody, right?
Yes, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so profound about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it saves their life, but in its own unique way.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it gave me the confidence to handle or to learn to embrace what it's like to be completely under pressure. I think we talked about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you put yourself in a controversial situation and you're actually asking for it, and then you're saying, don't stop trying to kill me, I'm trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
Like, that does something to the brain that doesn't just work here in the mats or on the mats or in this environment. It transitions to the rest of your life because you're doing the hard thing every day. And when you do the hard thing every day, what else is there? Everything else is easy, right? It allows life to just kind of almost flow in a way that it doesn't when you're not doing hard things. So there's nothing about this sport that's easy.
Yeah.
You know, especially in its humble beginnings for whoever decides to take it on. But man, I can't stress enough how important it is, at least how much it's helped my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The confidence that it inspires, and the like the self-confidence that it inspires, and
That's right.
and like an ordering that it tends to bring to people's lives, where now like they're taking a little better care of themselves, or they're sleeping a little better because they're getting beat up so much that they need to structure their days a little better.
Well, what do people have, right? They go to work, they go home. What do people do? Watch the news, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck that.
Yeah.
Go train. Go do something with your life. Go learn a hard thing. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. Do yoga.
Yeah.
Go do something hard. Do the hard thing. Do the hardest thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
And until you're good at it. You know, hate it until you don't hate it.
Yeah, literally.
Honestly.
Literally me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you find out, God, I'm so glad I didn't quit.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't continue to hate this thing. I'm so glad I found good in it.
And the other big thing that I think is part of how it saves a lot of people is it gives us a tribe.
It does.
It gives us people who You get really,
like-minded people.
really good friendships forged on the mats.
Absolutely. The camaraderie is hard to match
Yeah.
from what you get on the jiu-jitsu mats. Like, I've got friends, but there's something about the camaraderie that exists in these environments when you're just covered in sweat and some of us blood and hurt, and just it's elating. It's something about it is just euphoric in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gift that only a small few people in the world really understand.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, everybody, like, so there's a lot of people who are just lonely, who are looking, they just need a tribe.
That's right.
They want a tribe, but
That's right.
and you don't have to find that at jiu-jitsu, but
That's right.
it's a great place to
But
find
you'll
it.
find it.
It's a great place
You'll
to find
find it. You won't not
Yeah.
find it. You'll find it every time. I don't care what school you go to.
Yep.
You'll find a family, a group of people who the biases are gone, they're removed completely, and they're just there to learn with you. So it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Or you'll, it's also, you can't hide who you are on the
No.
mats.
No.
It comes out.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why belts don't matter, right? Like, the mats show, and they show
yeah.
more than just your
But your
skill.
personality
They show your
comes out
character
in the mats.
That's right, your
And
character.
Am I a tough guy? Am I more of a tactician? Am I a,
Yeah.
you know,
Are you a mystery like Todd?
yeah.
What are you? Yeah.
Yeah. And am I interested in growing, or am I interested in just proving myself to other people?
Yeah.
Am I interested in proving myself to me, or to prove myself to other people, or just am I in it for the journey? Like, you can pick up on
Why can't it
who
be all of
somebody
it?
is.
Are you in it for you? Are you in it for other people? You just in it for the journey?
Well,
I think
here?
there are stages.
What I mean is, am I just here to be better than other people, right? And that kind of, you can spot that kind of stuff, and
yeah.
you can honestly root it out of your gym, or you can at least avoid those people. But like, people can't hide who they are.
Well, I was going to say, usually it roots itself,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the mats don't lie, and they tend to bring out everyone's true character. But here's the beauty of it is, oftentimes you see that it doesn't work for certain gyms, but that guy goes to another gym and it works perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the environment. It doesn't mean that they're bad for jiu-jitsu, or
Right.
it just means that it didn't fit. In that environment, it didn't fit, and that's okay. Some don't fit, but I very rarely see somebody who can't go find that somewhere. Usually you can find it.
Yeah. What's your number one advice to people who are just starting and are interested in getting as good as possible, as fast as possible?
Got it. Easy. And this is not just jiu-jitsu. This is life. It's Marcus Aurelius from Meditations. Try not to imagine your whole life all at once. Try not to imagine that you're a black belt when you're a white belt, because you can't help but do it. Try not to imagine what it would be like to be a blue belt or a purple belt or a brown belt when you're a white belt. Be a white belt. Be a blue belt when you're a blue belt. Be a purple belt when you're a blue belt. Be a brown belt when you're a brown belt, and be a black belt when you're a black belt. And don't aspire. Just enjoy the journey. Don't get caught up in the thick of thin things, because that's all thin in this game. The beauty of it is you're learning how to grapple. You're learning an art, an ancient art, that is being honed in on and perfected in a way that the world, has probably never seen. So, that would be my advice. Try not to imagine your life all at once.
Any like practical advice for learning fast?
It's a good question. Everybody learns differently, so at what pace, it's hard to say, but showing up as often as possible, rolling and training with as many people as you possibly can, will only help you. It can't hurt you. So that would be my advice. Get experience. Just get mat time. But everybody's learning ability is so different. I can't hone in on one particular. But time on the mats, I know, has been proven to work.
Yeah, you're not going to get better if you're not on the mat.
Simple as
we
that.
know that.
I mean, but particular techniques or ways to approach it. For me, mine was, I would never write things down. JC writes down, I don't write, I would log it in my brain, and every drive home, like every class with Bex, I would drill in my head. I would focus, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna never forget this this particular thing, and I never did. When he'd come back and drill it again or teach it again, because he'd repeat, every couple months, certain techniques. I mean, it was like, for me, I was like, I got this shit. I've been doing it to people for months, For me, it's really important to take a 10, 20, 30 minutes after you've trained to just go through the brain again and just cycle it. So my drive home, that was my growth. And I noticed it helped me. Other people have their methods. Use your method. Use what works for you. But find out what works for you and then hone in on it and perfect it, which is what this guy's doing. Like, he's finding what works for his brain and perfecting it. I think I did that in my own way. I can't display it as well as he can because I did it all up here most of the time. But, I mean, find your way and perfect it.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the most effective things that I've done is obviously instructionals.
Yeah.
But also being really targeted with not just watching random stuff, but taking a month or 3 months or a week or whatever amount of time and saying, like, I'm going to go really deep on this one thing, and I'm going to watch several people and their take on
That
this
one
one thing. And I'm going to go teach it. So now I'm really remembering it because I have to.
Sure.
Well,
we were kind of doing that, right? We were doing one technique a month.
Yeah.
An entire month we were doing triangles,
Yeah.
we were doing arm triangles, we were doing kimuras, we were doing
Yeah.
leg locks or certain entries only for long periods of time. I thought that was really beneficial.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, if you can hone in on one technique and give it a go. I can remember in the gi before I ever opened a school, I used to sit a month and I just do triangles.
Yeah.
Right? You remember that? And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do collar chokes or whatever it was. Challenge yourself. You kind of have to do that. I think Gary Tonin might be the best in the game.
Yeah.
Like, he just lets people put him in everything.
Yeah. And I think
fights out
that's
of
the other big piece is, two other things that is shrink, especially when you're new, shrinking everything down to a very, like, I don't care what happens tonight or in this training, the training sessions this week, whatever, I'm going to invite them out as many times as possible.
That's right.
And no matter what else happens, it could be super, it doesn't even have to be I'm getting out of mount.
Yep.
I'm just going to figure out, so-and-so talks about frames and inside position with my elbows.
Yep.
I'm just going to figure, even if
Just
the
work
guy
frames.
on top doesn't know, I'm just going to figure out how to get my arms back on the inside every time.
The guy on top doesn't need to
Every
know.
time they get underhooks, I'm
right.
going to figure this out.
You don't want them to know, right?
But
you want them to.
It's
to
the
just be
intentionality, like being ultra honed down, like ultra intentional about one very, very, very specific thing and focusing on that one thing for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time.
Yep.
No one has to even know.
That's right.
But
That's right.
that's how I think you get really, really good, really, really fast. And then teaching. Like, teaching is the number one cheat code. Because
Hands down.
I instantly started getting better when you started letting me teach as a blue belt.
Yep.
I started teaching. Gary Tonin Exit the System was the very first thing I ever
great
watched.
System.
And by teaching the armbar escapes, I got really good at arm bars. And now arm bars is
your bread and
my
butter.
number one submission, which
Really?
is dumb.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's not dumb. It's
Right,
incredible.
But
when you know every aspect of how to get out
arm
of
bars
it,
and I finished rear naked
how,
chokes.
You know how to be offensive as well. If you know all the defense,
Yeah.
well, you know the offense of how to counter their counter. Right?
But listening to him too,
Oh God, yeah.
I was like, man, this is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you probably first heard Danaher, right? Like, I think I watched Gary before I watched John.
Yeah.
But you realized, like, there's this whole big beautiful world out there of people who resonate better with you, of like
how they approach,
how you learn and how you understand the world. So anyway, instructionals is huge, being intentional is huge, and then as soon as you're given an opportunity to teach, you have to teach.
If you teach, it's a light bulb moment because you really, really freaking care because you don't want to be the guy who doesn't know.
Yeah.
And
also it's okay to be the guy that doesn't know.
100%, but you don't want to be him still.
You don't want to be him, but please also say I don't know if you don't know. It's okay
100%.
to say it.
That's right.
I've said it a few times in past months. People ask me a question, I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to go look that up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not.
It's better than the alternative, actually. Yeah, than pretending you do know and telling them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's next for you in grappling?
I wish I knew. I keep getting these itches. In fact, the other day almost text Johnny. I was like, dude, I want to start boxing again, and I want to fight in my 40s. Have an MMA fight. I don't know.
I'll
I had
fight
these
you.
thoughts. So, honestly, I'd love to free up some time, JC, and I'm really, really close to having a lot more time, I think. And once that comes, I have so much passion for this game. But more than anything, I just love to come in here and sweat. I'm kind of at a place where learning new techniques is fun, but not very intriguing for me. But just grappling, just rolling around, whether I'm getting my ass kicked or holding my own or kicking somebody's ass, I don't even almost care anymore. I just kind of want to come roll and experience more of what I've loved for the last, 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get hurt anymore, I'm tired of getting hurt. I've hurt myself a lot over the years, and I mean, most grapplers know that. And for me to get hurt with my other businesses, it really, really hurts my life in a lot of ways. So I'm really careful, and I don't want to risk that right now. But hopefully before long, I'll get back in here on a regular. So.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back in here.
Yeah. Well, force me. Ask me to coach some night that I'm sitting at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
You, you should. Or also come up here and facilitate some open mats.
I'd love to.
We don't have an open mat culture here. I don't
Really?
know what it is, but
Well, why don't we start one?
I'm trying to get people
You
to come
want
to
to
open
start
mat.
like a Saturday morning open mat or a...
It's usually we usually get like 3 people, and I'm like,
We'll work on
I
something.
want to get
We'll
more
come
of
up
a culture.
Yeah.
They have a great open mat culture at Clinton.
Yeah.
And I think they have a great open mat culture at Precision. From what I can tell, they seem to have a lot of people out there. And
Isn't it sad, though, that you've got all these jiu-jitsu gyms and it's like 1970s karate, where it's like Cobra Kai versus... It's weird, though, right? Why can't we just all get along?
Yeah,
It's like...
if I could snap my fingers and there was, there's 100 people on the mats every night.
Oh my God.
And we're all just getting along. I don't care if I'm making money.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Absolutely.
Might
heal the world.
There's no more ego, and there's no more. But humans are humans.
Yeah.
And even me, I mean, I got ego too. Like, I want to run my gym a certain way.
That's right.
And it's gonna be different, and that's okay. Like, people are gonna need to have different environments, like you said earlier.
You can run your gym a different way, but
environments are
you
different.
should be able to cross train.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, like, ideally, if everybody could have a 10,000 square foot place and we're all just there, we're all just rolling all the time,
Yeah.
and no one's making any money.
No.
We're just paying the bills.
It's like hippie jiu-jitsu.
It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the dream, but that's not feasible for most people, I don't think. Like,
Yeah. Well,
but that's cool. It's a pipe dream, but it's also like probably not. There needs to be different gyms because, like you were saying earlier, different gyms are gonna people are just gonna find their home.
I think there needs to be different gyms, but I think
Yeah.
there should be completely removed the idea that you can't go other places and develop.
Oh, totally.
Go back to your gym and share what you've learned.
Yeah.
I mean, expand the sport.
That's happening a lot less
It
these
is.
days.
It is.
Yeah.
But people are holding out for a long time. It's like, dude, why? Why hold out on wisdom and knowledge that you can offer to other people? To me, it only makes the jiu-jitsu game and the jiu-jitsu world more powerful.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm hoping we have Grapple Nights starting in a few weeks.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be a monthly series where people from other gyms or even surrounding states are going to come over, and we'll host we're going to change the
In-house
format
tournaments.
up every month, do a live stream, have a food truck, all that good stuff. And I'm personally I'm hoping that is a bridge builder for the community. It might be some wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that can be a start of some gyms coming together and just hanging out, having fun every month.
Absolutely. It'd be awesome.
But we'll see.
Create it, man. It'll happen.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I've enjoyed this. This has been fun, man.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Well, thanks for coming on, bro.
Hell yeah. I love
I
it.
think it's fitting that you were the first guest,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you'll pop back in.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Dude, absolutely. I'll do it in a heartbeat.
yeah.
So,
Well,
enjoyed it.
look, grapplejj.com if you're in the area or you're just passing through. First class is free. And I should do a better job of this probably, but I'm also putting Haley in charge, my wife in charge of the gym.
Well, then
because
it's gonna be
I do a
successful.
bad job of this. But Generally speaking, I don't charge the people who are coming in from the other local gyms to just cross train.
It's kind of a known thing. You kind of don't, but you can.
Yeah. But come by anytime, whether you are at another gym or you're brand new or you're just passing through the state, whatever. We got Grapple Nights coming up on August the 22nd. That's going to be 6 o'clock on a Friday. It's a $400 trios tournament. We've got 4 teams lined up. Should be fun. I hope it's going to be fun. I'm trying to go for just a super low-key, chill vibe. Some fun on a Friday night. Hopefully it doesn't get too serious. We'll see. And then October 4th, we got the very first MSGF. So that is going to be, if you are in Mississippi and you are even remotely thinking about professionally grappling and are making a living from grappling, the PGF is completely changing the grappling world right now. It's the very first league in existence, a full league, working on becoming a full 32-team league like the NFL. So it's all the things you love about sports, but for jiu-jitsu. So we got draft, we got the fantasy league, we got game days in a 13-week season with playoffs and teams and pro teams. Me and some gym owners in Alabama just bought a team last week, the Alabama Twisters. And season 8 just debuted here on this past Wednesday. So tune into that live on YouTube on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Pacific. That's free, and there will be no paywall for the entire season. And if you are, if you check the PGF out, you like what you see, you're thinking about maybe making some money, making a living as a grappler, which is kind of a very new thing, kind of unheard of, but is going to be more and more common here in the next couple of years. A lot of money coming into the sport right now. Both those teams sold for 7 figures. So if that tells you something, those 2 teams, the 2 of the 4 teams right now in the PGF have sold for 7 figures. So a lot of money pouring into jiu-jitsu right now. If you are remotely interested in that, MSGF is a great place to come and compete. This will, eventually the idea is this is going to be a part of that pipeline for Mississippi grapplers who are on the come up to be able to get their shot at to going pro at the PGF and being able to be in that draft pool. So it's open to anyone. You don't have to be Mississippian. You can be from anywhere. It's only $39 for the early bird ticket. You can't beat that for the double elimination tournament. I'm sure when you were on the come up, like, you would have killed for opportunities like that to go against other purple and black belts for $39.
Absolutely. And this kind of form, it's not a big long ass day of tournaments. This is way better.
Yeah, it's going to be here in-house. We'll have the stream up. We did ASGF a couple weeks ago over in Alabama. 51,000 people watched live. So it's incredible.
Wow.
But you will earn real XP for the PGF League by participating in the MSGF. And then eventually we will have we'll have some events that are closed to only Mississippians. That'll be, some form of a qualifying event for the PGF. So super exciting stuff. I'm really, really excited about MSGF. PGF has the most exciting to watch rule set in all of jiu-jitsu. If you're not familiar with it, you need to check it out.
I actually agree with that.
Super, super exciting to watch. It is merciless towards inaction and timidity. So everything's always moving towards a submission. It's super fun to watch. And so check it out. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central, live on YouTube, youtube.com/@PGFWorld. And if you are interested at all, and you have questions about that rule set, anything like that, just shoot me a DM. We're Grapple Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram, or I'm JC Hyatt as my personal account, JCHIATT. And Nick, thanks for coming, bro.
Glad to be here.
We love you.
Really fun. Love you too, man.
Yep. And we'll see y'all on the next one.